Ever had your fortune told? Like, really gone for it? Palms read, tarot cards, the whole shebang.
Oh yeah, I've dabbled.
What if I told you we've got this wild story about a guy, Alex, who gets these predictions from a fortune teller, Kate, and they start coming true? And we're not talking like vague stuff. This is years, decades even later. Like seriously specific things.
All right, I'm intrigued. What kind of predictions are we talking about?
Well, buckle up because the first one's a doozy. She tells him he's gonna be in a car accident.
Okay, that's not good, but it's also, like, not that out there. Accidents happen.
Right. But then she gets super specific, says people are gonna try to hurt him afterward, but the police are gonna show up just in time.
Whoa, hold on. That's way more specific. Now you've got my attention.
And guess what? A while later, Alex is in a fender bender.
No way.
Yep.
No.
But just like Kate predicted, things get out of hand. People start threatening him, and out of nowhere, the police arrive.
You're kidding. Okay, so coincidence.
That's what we're here to figure out. If I'm Alex at this point, I don't know if I'm running to buy a lottery ticket or like hiding under my bed.
Right. I mean, what would you even DO with that information?
I know, but it gets even weirder. Kate then tells Alex he's gonna quit his job.
All right, pretty standard fortune teller stuff so far.
Hang on. She also says his replacement is gonna die on the job.
Oh, no. That took a turn.
And as if on cue, that's exactly what happened.
Just like, okay, now this is getting creepy.
Right. So we've got coincidence, maybe a bit of our brains trying to connect dots that aren't there. But then there's the jungle prediction.
The jungle prediction.
Yeah, Kate tells Alex he's gonna spend 2 years living in the jungle, meeting all sorts of people, having these crazy experiences.
2 whole years in the jungle. That's incredibly specific.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you even predict something like that?
I know, right? It's wild. But hold on to your hats because Alex actually does it.
He goes to live in the jungle, based on her prediction.
Yep. Packs his bags and heads straight for the jungle, just like she said.
All right, now I need to hear everything. This is where it gets really interesting. He spent 2 years fully immersed in the jungle, like she said. According to what we know, he encountered all sorts of different people, different cultures, stuff he never would have seen otherwise.
Wow, okay. That's kind of amazing, even if it is a little spooky. Makes you wonder, did that prediction somehow plant a seed in his mind? Like, would he have even considered going to the jungle if she hadn't said anything?
Right. It's a huge question. It's like, are we in control of our own destinies, or is it already decided? This story doesn't really give us the answer, but it makes you think about it. You know?
For sure. This whole thing just keeps getting weirder and weirder. Are we done with the predictions, or is there more?
Oh, there's more. It gets even more interesting. So after Alex gets back from the jungle, Kate predicted he would be drawn to the water, that he would settle down near the coast.
Let me guess. He became a surfer. Opened a beach bar.
Not exactly, haha.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're getting it. Stranger than fiction, right? He did feel this pull towards the ocean after his time in the jungle, like he needed that connection with nature. The ocean was calling him.
All right. You got me hooked. Did he at least find some peace by the sea?
He did. Settled into a life by the water, found some peace and quiet. It's almost like each prediction, whether he realized it or not, it was leading him down a certain path.
Okay, I need to take a deep breath here. This is all getting a bit much, even for me.
I get it. But before you write it all off, remember those last couple of predictions? Kate had also said that Alex would leave his home country, like for good. He'd live in another country for a while and then finally settle in a country that had a queen.
Wait, a queen? That's oddly specific. Like, how many countries are we even talking about?
Exactly. It seems almost too specific to be true, right?
Yeah.
But then years later, Alex gets this urge to travel, and he ends up leaving his home country, just like Kate said he would.
Okay, you can't leave me hanging now. Did he find this country with a queen? Did it happen?
He did. Crazy, right? After spending a few years in another country, he ends up in a country with a queen, just like Kate predicted.
You've got to be kidding me. There's just no way. This is like straight out of a movie or something.
I know, right? But that's what we have. These predictions, all these crazy specific details spread out over decades, and they all seem to come true. It really makes you think about all this stuff we take for granted. Like, what do we really know about time, about fate? What if there's more to it than we think?
It's a lot, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But you know what's really bugging me? We've been talking about Alex this whole time, but what about Kate? Who was this woman? Was she, like, famous or something? Did other people know she could do this?
That's the thing, and this is where it gets even weirder. There's nothing about her.
Nothing.
Nothing. Our source material doesn't say anything about her, like her background, how she did what she did, if she knew other people who could do it. None of it. It's like she popped up, told Alex all this, and then disappeared.
Okay, now that's just frustrating.
I know, right? It's like we're solving a mystery, but then there's an even bigger mystery behind it.
So where does that leave us? Are we supposed to just accept that this was all one big coincidence? Or there's something else going on, something we just don't understand?
I think that's the beauty of all this, right? It's not about having all the answers. It's about looking into the possibilities. We're naturally drawn to the unexplained. You see it everywhere in every culture, this fascination with knowing the future, with trying to figure out what's going to happen.
So maybe the point isn't to find the right answer. Maybe it's about being okay with not knowing. Maybe there are things in this world that we're just not meant to understand.
Right, this story, whether you believe it or not, it forces you to do that, to look at your own life, your own choices, and think, what if there's something more going on here?
It really does make you think. The next time something crazy happens, something that seems impossible, just remember Alex and Kate. Sometimes truth is stranger than fiction, and it's the stories that leave us with more questions than answers that are the most interesting.
And you never know, maybe someday we'll learn something new about Kate. Maybe we'll get another piece of this puzzle that helps us understand what was really going on.
Until then, we just gotta keep our minds open and never stop exploring the mysteries all around.